Go. Hey guys, welcome back to All Things with Shanty. We have the amazing and beautiful and talented, Miss Darielle in the building.
Hey y'all.
Today we're going to get the chance to interview her and ask her a couple questions. Are you guys ready? Let's get into it. Hey guys, starting off first, let's get to know Miss Darielle. So who's Darielle?
Hey guys, I'm Darielle Williams, an aspiring chef. As of now, originated from New Orleans, moved to Maryland after Hurricane Katrina. So that's that. 25, doing my thing.
And what inspires you?
As far as cooking wise, the biggest inspiration would just be making people happy through food.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves food. If you don't, I don't know what's wrong with you. But most people gain a lot of joy when they eat good food, and they're around a good environment. It brings people together. So that's one of my main inspirations as far as cooking. Something that keeps me going per se is just, I guess, the end goal, motivation wise, being successful in my own terms, and kind of proving myself right or wrong. Like, you can do this, so you did it, or you thought you couldn't, but you did it. So that's how that feels for me.
And who is somebody that inspires you?
I guess on what aspect?
In life.
In life. Who inspires me? I would say my sisters. So I have two older sisters, Darnell and Danielle. We're all D's. Yeah, literally. And my parents. They inspired me a lot. My sister Darnell, she's an actress, and that industry is not the easiest to pursue, and she's been doing so since she was 16.
Wow.
And she's probably one of my main inspirations because I've gone with her to auditions and stuff, and you may go through 10, 15, 20 million auditions a week, get no call back.
Yeah.
But you keep going, or you'll get a call back, and then you still don't get the position, but that never discouraged her to keep pushing forward. And through that, she has landed a few nice roles in major movies, so it's like, don't stop, just keep going.
And you were in one.
Yeah, I was in one.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. I played young Coop in the Bobby Brown story. My sister and I both were in that. It was an amazing experience, which I owe to her. And the director, Kyle, who's known me since I was in Pampers.
You can do whatever you want in life. She's telling you.
Doing it.
She's changing lives each and every day. I would say food is very therapeutic. And what meal for you is therapeutic to you?
Honestly, I would say either to eat chicken. Chicken wings.
That's important.
I eat chicken wings all day long. I don't care, fried, baked, sauce, don't matter. Something about flats. Literally, I really find eating chicken very therapeutic.
Flat lovers.
The best.
This is the moment. This is the moment.
We do this for you. Yes, so that's therapeutic for me to eat. However, to make, I would say probably my pasta or mac and cheese. The process is a little longer, and I kind of have to be patient with the sauce per se. So that time takes, anything that takes a long time, it starts to become therapeutic to me. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do in the spare time while I'm waiting for this to get together and marinate and get all good? And people love those dishes. So
that's where it's at.
Yeah, things that you guys love eating, I usually love making. So.
And she is, I met her in middle school. I'm okay, 8th grade year. And I will say this girl right here, she is still the same person from middle school, but she has grown so much. She's literally full of laughter. She will make the party. She is the party. Hello, she is the party. Darielle's a woman that inspires a lot of us. First, she knows how to cook. Secondly, I don't know how to cook. I'm learning, okay? I just got an air fryer. I'm learning.
That's
taking
half
steps.
of the battle.
I'm taking steps, guys. And TikTok has been teaching me.
I love air fryers.
I'm learning, but she is someone that you can tell is a strong person. She takes any obstacle thrown her way and she turns it into light. She turns her talent into light. She helps others. She created her own business that is truly, it's killing the game right now. And not only is she killing the game, but she's showing each and every other person that you can do it too. She's not a person that will be like, hey, I'm doing this, you can't do this. No, she is the person that will be like, oh, you're doing it too? Bet, let me try your food. Or, hey, shout out to this person. She's that type of person. And to know her is to love her. And to have met her in 8th grade and seeing her now, we're literally adults now.
I know, it's like 8th grade.
We're adults now. And, like, I'm truly proud of her. And I'm happy for her and her business because she's growing each and every day. So, for going into this growth area right now, what does growth mean to you?
I've learned that growth is letting some things go. A lot of things go. Kind of forcing yourself to be uncomfortable in the manner of transition, because when you transition with anything, there's going to be that part of like, ooh, this is kind of a little crazy or something. Like, for instance, my dad, he's redoing the kitchen. It's a little crazy. You got to misplace some things, you know, in order to get the product that you want and to make space to be able to build and restore and repair things. You will become uncomfortable, and you have to understand that this is just a moment. It'll be okay. Just, you know, keep pushing forward. So, growth is something that does not happen overnight. You have to be persistent, consistent, pray. Jeez.
Prayer.
That's number one.
That's number one.
That is number one. That alone will get you through a lot. It's gotten me through a lot. So you just gotta believe in yourself and understand that it's a process. And I think some people, they say like, yeah, trust the process, but they don't really understand what that means. And the process doesn't mean that even though you are putting your all into it, everything isn't gonna come how you want it to come. Like, your results will not show just because you put your all into it. And even though that could be very discouraging, you just gotta keep going and believe. You know, it was just today. I was knocked down a few times. Like, this week was ridiculous. I was like, okay, I can't do business right now. I need to get myself together. But that's fine. It's not like I'm like, oh, Rosine's officially closed for for everything. You know, it's just there's gonna be some times. But yeah, growth is anything, even if it's small. I think growth is whatever you want your outcome to be, not what anyone else should, or what you're comparing yourself to someone else's growth, because everyone's on their own path. So you have to stay in your lane and maneuver through that, you know, and you'll get there.
And going back to where she said that she had, you know, a difficult week, but that didn't stop her. She took a step back. So when you took a step back and you took time for yourself, in that time of reflection, what advice would you give to someone when they're going through a difficult moment in their life and they take a step back? Some people take a step back and they're like freaking out, and then some other people, you know, they take a step back and they're like, you know what, although this obstacle is coming through my path right now, what am I going to do? Am I going to cry about it? Am I going to stop for right now, take a mental break, figure out the situation, recollect my thoughts, and then try again the next day? Or maybe, you know what, I need a couple 3 days to get my mind together. What advice would you give to people that really just don't know when to just take a break?
My best advice would be to be patient and kind to yourself. And be honest also. So if you're going to take a moment of reflection, you need to take that time and really figure out what's triggering you, what's not working, and then kind of plan how to fix that. If you're in a bad mood, what makes you get in a bad mood, and how could you avoid that, or how can you come up with coping methods to maybe not always take a step back every time something irritates you. For me personally, breathing has saved me a lot. Just take a deep breath.
Taking a deep breath.
A few times if you have to, that's fine. But you just have to be realistic with yourself, your inner emotions, and what you can put back out. As much as I want to just take 2 days off and then get back out there, I'm like, I'm not there yet. So I'm going to take as much time as I need, and hopefully everyone that's supporting me bears with me, because this is a one-person band. And then I have to try to still separate business from Darielle. Like, Darielle needs to help Darielle and not include business stuff, which is kind of hard.
Boom. That's the pinpoint. Separating yourself from their business. You also got to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, then how do you expect your business to flow? How do you expect to be great in your business? You got to separate the both and really heal the both, and and really understand the difference between the both, like, because Darielle is still human. She's a businesswoman, but she's still human. So you got, even if you own a business, 3 business, 4 business, you have to separate yourself from business and like yourself, because if you're not right within, how do you expect to, give your all into your business? Because even if you think you're giving your all, but you're not right here,
yeah,
stuff is not gonna go your way. Things are gonna mess up. You're gonna get flustered. It's just gonna go downhill. So always number one, taking care of yourself right here mentally, taking care of yourself, physically, your heart, your mind, and then give your all into something else is super, super important, because I would tell you that if you don't do that, you'll realize real quick you need to take a mental break.
Right, and then you might have to take a longer mental break than you should.
Like, hold on,
guys.
See you guys in 4 weeks. Need some time for myself, but no, that's super, super important. Can you tell us about a time where it was really, I would say, a wake up call, like a time where you were down in your darkest moments, but you were like, you know what? It's time for me to stand up. It's time for me to brush my shoulders off and continue on my path. Like, you didn't let your darkness overcome your path or seeing your light and your potential.
I would say, so if you guys do follow me, I party hard, like, don't do that. I would do it, but, especially last year. Oh goodness! If I collected every corkscrew, I don't even know. But as fun as that was, it started, 1, putting a toll on my body, and 2, I was just clutter-minded. And with those 2 things alone, that started clashing into me being able to produce good product. Even though I would still work through those circumstances, it just wasn't fair to myself, and sometimes not even fair to customers. So instead of letting that consume me in COVID, I am kind of appreciative of that, because they took away my favorite part for now. Save my pockets. But during that moment, I kind of just had to take a step back from certain friends and certain events, and just what was my normal life outside of cooking. And I had to change my normal life outside of cooking to coincide when I do cook. Even last night, come out to this. I'm like, I have an interview in the morning. And as much as I want to come have fun with you guys, 1, I'm not in that space in my life where I can be that disciplined. And so I don't want to put myself in a vulnerable position. And 2, I'm trying to look cute. I don't want to look, bad. It's going to be early in the morning. And then sometimes taking those steps help you improve as a person. And like I said, it doesn't come overnight, but it started taking no's sometimes, like issuing out a no and not feeling bad, telling people I don't feel like it anymore, not answering my phone, not because I hate you, but I don't feel like talking.
Yeah, I was just talking to myself. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm really not crazy. But I was having a me-to-me moment the other day, and I was talking to myself, and I'm like, you know what, I be tripping. Sometimes you gotta just talk to yourself, guys.
As long as you don't bring a third person. Actually, I would say 4, because I brought my third.
I have to tell myself in the mirror, I was like, you know what? Because sometimes you just don't feel like doing things. No, sometimes you do be, like, I sign up myself for things, and I'm like, you know what?
I don't feel like it anymore.
I don't feel like doing it. Like, my friends would invite me out, and I'm just not an out person anymore. It's not that, and I would say, quarantine just made me turn into, like, a homebody. But, like, I feel like the whole quarantine time, although it was a wake-up call and a sad call, it was just the worst 2020, like, that, experiencing quarantine, a pandemic. Well, we still are experiencing a pandemic, but still, that was just, like, I would say, like, a mental, like, everyone needed, like, a mental break. Everyone needed to just unplug, and I think we got that. But then in that same time, I think it wasn't good for people, because people weren't used to being by yourself, or being, with your parents, or being with your partner for that long time. People weren't used to that. So, like, a lot of people took that time to reflect, to be disciplined with themselves, to really understand themselves. People cried. People had super anxiety, depression. name it. Everyone experienced it, but it's the outcome of it. And for me, I learned during quarantine that, you know what, if I feel in myself that I don't want to do it, I'm going to voice it and say, you know what, thank you for the invite, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to go, or I'm just not feeling it. Because if you force yourself to be in an environment or in a place where you know in your mind and in your body that you just don't want to be there, your energy is going to reflect that. Like, everyone's going to be having fun and you're going to be like, yes, what time can I go home?
You're like, are you okay? What's
Yeah.
wrong? I don't want to be mentally. I'm in my bed right now.
Yes, and it's like people have to understand that it's okay to say no. Like, for me, I would always be scared to say no. I would never vocalize saying no. I just, in my mind, I'll be like, I'm going. And I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'm going. And I'm like, why am I signing up for something that I don't want to do? It's not that I don't like it, but it's just like, I'm just blah. And it's okay to be blah, and I feel like people don't really like understand that it's okay to say no, and it's also okay to say yes, and it's also okay to voice your opinion. I know with me, I've always been shy, but like now I'm like, I'm 25. Damn, 25.
Yeah, time's ticking. I said 25. I'm like, in 5 months though, but
I'm old, guys. But it's like you're getting used to like saying no, saying yes, vocalizing your opinion, vocalizing how you feel. Before, I wouldn't do that, and now once I've started doing it, I'm like, oh, I like this. It's taking so much weight off thing. Yeah, it's taking so much weight off your shoulders. You don't have to overthink. Your mind doesn't have to be going 25 miles an hour. So just understand that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes. It's okay to voice your opinion. Don't feel like you have to close yourself in a little box because you're scared of what other people will think, because that will stop you from so many doors that need to be open in your path. Because I could say for myself, like, I would, me not vocalizing myself, or me not saying, you know what, I can do this, or I will do this, or, oh yeah, I have an idea, but I'm scared to do it. That stopped me from, like, I wouldn't say being where I need to be, but it stopped me from meeting new people. It stopped me from opening new blessings. You know, sometimes we stop ourselves from being our full potential, or just seeing the bigger picture, because we just close ourselves from just only seeing this, and this is
for
it.
this moment,
but you don't understand that there's a bigger world outside. There's a bigger picture through it all. Like, you have so much more potential. You have so much more growth. You shouldn't limit yourself from what's deserving of you, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's super, super important. So what would you say? Like, have you ever, stopped yourself from, I guess, a blessing or like a new opportunity? Like, have you ever done that?
For sure. Whether it was intentional, like from within, or me trying to fit everyone else or everything else in, and like cutting time short. Like, Darielle tried to fit 24 hours and try to do 24 things. It's just like, bruh, something is not. This does not add up.
Yeah.
So for sure, or just having negative thoughts about certain things, or dreams like, nah, you can't do that, or you open a restaurant, like, why would you want to do that? Just anything. I mean, even my food business is crazy, because I've loved cooking forever, and a lot of friends have been over like, yo, you need to start selling food. You need to start selling food for years. Like, even Eugene would be kind of get mad at me, like, I don't understand why you're not doing this yet. And it's crazy, because I got my LLC in November 2019, and I didn't start selling food until February 2020, which was right before COVID even happened. And it's just crazy to think that I've built the foundation, pretty much of my whole business and brand during such a rough time. And it's like, wow, who would have thought? And not only that, but you didn't think you had the potential to do this, but you did this. And not only did you do this, but you did this under these circumstances. So what else can you do when you free yourself from all of these other shackles that you're pretty much putting up on yourself? And like you say, if you take yourself out of a box, you're like, wow, there are all of these opportunities. I am a great person. I do have a good personality. I do communicate well. I love talking to people. I you know, and you start picking out and noticing things that you may have noticed, but you weren't connecting them with you weren't utilizing yourself to further your potential.
Boom. Boom. Quote that. Boom. I'm gonna put it right here. Boom. That was the quote of the day.
That's the one, not the two.
I'm telling y'all, she is full. And cut. That was the quote. That was it. You see, y'all need to holler at her. Tell them about the Valentine's Day special. They need to get into it.
Well, guys, time is ticking. As you can see, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I would like to have my Valentine's Day too, but pickup orders are still available. In-dining experiences for Valentine's Day are now closed. However, I will honor the same prices for the rest of the month of February if you would like to do something special for yourself, or you and a boo, or you and your friend. You know, y'all want to have a little girl or guy time, and I'll come and share my personality with you all while serving some great food at the same time. Maybe give you a few pointers on what I am cooking for you, so you can take some things mentally home with you. Me, yes.
I'm still learning, guys. I'm learning how to cook. I'm learning. So the last question, it will be, what message would you give to the listeners that are aspiring to be in your field and do what you are doing?
I would definitely say, once again, be patient with yourself. Map out things, because there's so many different steps in this process, and I kind of just dove into it. And it's just like, okay, recipes, but okay, marketing, but wait, this, and I'm still trying to get new things. So try to make a roadmap for yourself. Set short-term goals. Within a year, you can pack in so much stuff. I would say 2 major goals per month, and you could pretty much mentally be okay with where you are in the process, but get a lot of stuff done. Build in time for yourself also, but just stay consistent. Know that you're not the only one in the field, and with that being said, it's okay to have other chefs as inspirations or mentors. Reach out to them. A lot of them are very nice. I will comment on people's stuff or just send them a message, 15, 20,000 followers, and they'll respond. I'm like, oh, wow, hey, I didn't think you would see me. And some of them are very glad to give you a word of advice or even guide you, maybe even set up an apprenticeship. It depends on, you know, where they're at in their journey too. Just don't limit yourself. Educate yourself as much as you can. YouTube University is lit. And free. Luckily, I still have my textbooks from Johnson & Wills, so I use that for technique. But yeah, just don't let the world take away your passion if your passion is cooking. And I'm going to briefly tell you why I did not work in the kitchen in restaurants. I was always a waitress. One, the pay is trash. And if you think about it, you go to a restaurant for food, so you would think that the people preparing it should be one of the highest people there, and they're not. It's hectic and it's systematic. So if you have a passion for cooking and you love doing this, cooking in someone else's kitchen and under someone else's stress and pursuing someone else's dream is going to suck the life out of you if that's where you limit yourself to. However, going there for 2-3 years with the mindset of I'm coming here to get the experience and go do my own thing, then that's cool. But even when I was in culinary school, I'm like, 80 hours plus as a head chef under someone else? Absolutely not. I can see me hate cooking within 2 years, and I don't want to get to that point. However, me running my own show will be a lot different. I don't mind putting 100 hours into myself and my brand and my business, you know. But for someone else, why would I do that? Why would I do such a crazy thing? Why would I, limit my talents, limit my mindset, my skills, and my pay for someone else when this is something I want to do? So I had to take ownership of that and take everything that came with it. So for any people out there that are like me and you love cooking, you like making people happy with that craft, stay true to yourself and true to why you are doing this, and have fun with it. That's all. Even if you have 30 followers, it doesn't matter. Like, this is something that you enjoy doing, you know, and you continue to put content out there. I've come across people's page that have more content than me, and I'm just like, oh, you're so content with your 100 followers. This would drive me crazy, but that's also because I'm building something a bit different, and that's okay. So yeah, do what you do, and understand that you are you and no one else.
Boom.
You say it again. You are you and no one else.
Boom. Going into that really quick, my favorite quote of all My favorite quote of all time is, no one is you and that is your power. So then I ask myself, if no one is me and that is my power, then who am I and what is my power?
Wow,
so,
I like that.
Boom.
Who
are you and what is your power?
Who am I and what is my power? I don't think my power's kicked in on the 21st. So. I don't think they kicked in.
That one was good. That one was good.
On a serious note, my power. I think I'm still waiting for them, just like my stimmy. I have no idea where any of these things are.
Right, and I'm gonna need you.
Right, 2020 owe me a couple things. I got a tab on y'all, okay? IRS, I will be knocking on your door very soon, okay?
The Bernie meme. Right. Waiting for my stimulus check. No, for real, where's that?
All three.
Oh my God.
But I would say I am a genuine and loving person. If you are a friend of a friend, this is my first time meeting you, you my friend for this occasion or just whatever. Somebody mess with you, they messing with us, you know, and that's just always been me. And with that being said, I think that my power would be not really, well, yeah, I sense spirits very well. I pick up energy very well too. I can maybe count one time I've been wrong about telling a friend, no, you don't want to have any parts of that. Oh no, Day, you're tripping. 2 days later, you were right, they're crazy. Duh, told you that. But aside from a spirit of discernment, I would say just happiness. I think that my energy brings a lot of joy and happiness, even to people when I don't know it. I'm very goofy. I don't have any problem with showing that no matter what. I had to limit how much I actually show that. Close friends is very lit because all you see is me dancing around the house. But
this is the video with the new boots for me.
Yeah.
The way you got up, I'm like, how she get
girl
up that fast?
right here?
I'm like, how she get up that fast?
I surprised myself. It was
Did
the
you
slipper.
have your hands on the ground? Like, was it just a lift?
I think it was. I was just flowing, let the music take you, child. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, these boots were made for dancing, and that is what they do. Okay.
But she was getting it, y'all. She was getting it. I was like, how'd she get up from the ground that fast?
I watched the footage. I'm like, did I just do that?
That was some serious, you know, boom, boom, boom.
But I've had a few friends just be like, Day, your energy just brightens me. Like, I was having a bad day, and I go to your page, and it's just like, forget it. She's having a good time. I'm pretty sure she's going through stuff too. Why be so hard on myself? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Just keep it pushing. You gotta smile through everything these days, and you know, I just try to bring good energy to people.
And you do. Not try, you do.
Oh, thanks.
She don't try, she do. It's just naturally. You bounce off of her. Like, you cannot say, and you can't say anything like mean about her because it's just not her. Well, you do have your moments when you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to cross that path.
Don't bring me
But
there.
she's really, like, when you meet her, you're like, she's so cool. Like, she's so fun. Like, she's literally fun. Like, she lives her life to the fullest. Like,
That's what I'm gonna do.
fearlessly. Like,
One thing about me, I'm a little.
She gonna live. she gonna live. Hashtag she gonna live.
Hashtag live. Okay.
Hashtag live, y'all. Y'all live. Or whatever T.I. said.
I just want. Yeah, I don't know. I want people to be great, you know. Sometimes I have an issue with this, and I meet people for the first time, and it's weird because people open up to me as if with like no issue, and I would be like, oh wow, okay, that was a lot, but okay, let's talk this out. I'll probably never see you again, and maybe that's why you're so open with me, but I'm here for it, and that's fine. That's cool. Just a walking therapist, that's cool with me.
I think you're very healing.
Yeah,
you're very, your laughter, your energy. I think it's who you are. Like, and I feel like people find comfort in you because you're just that type of person. Like, she's just very bubbly, very light. Like, she's always glowing, honey. Okay, she's always glowing, and I think that's just who you are. You're a very loving person, but if people cross that line, you don't want to cross that line.
The lion comes out.
You don't want to cross that line because she don't play about her. She don't play. Don't cross the line, though.
Period.
As everyone should. Don't cross the line with people because they
especially nice people.
Yeah.
Because look,
it
could go from to real quick. Don't do that.
No. You see, guys, this is who she's just like. We're literally been laughing this entire. There's gonna be a lot of laughter in this video, but that's just who she is. Like, she's just a loving person. So I just want to thank you for being a part of All Things with Shanti.
Yes, thanks for having
sharing your talent, sharing your advice to the listeners, and letting people know a little bit of who you are. So I really want to thank you. And you guys get the booking because it's getting booked.
Tick tick.
Time is moving. Things are getting booked. You need everything. Everything. Hashtag everything.
Birthdays. Bar mitzvahs. Kwanzas. Christmases.
Easter. New
Memorials.
Year's.
Yep. Birthdays. Day births.
July 4th. First day of school.
Barack Obama's birthday. I don't know.
You know, stimulus day where we all get our check.
National Stimmy Day.
Everybody, you get one. You get one. We just bounced off. It's like we're computers. We just
sync. Yeah.
Sync. AOL. But yeah, guys, thank you for.
You did it.
Yes. Thank you guys for being a part of All Things with Shanti and watching. Stay tuned because this will be uploaded today.
Whoop.
Boom.
And that's that.
Peace. See you on the next episode.
Love, peace, and chicken grease. All
and that's on chicken.
And that's on flat.
And that song with money reside. Thanks, guys. Bye. What does beauty mean to you?
Beauty to me would mean all of the tattoos that I have. My smile, my energy, and peace.